Hello, I'm Shivali.
And I'm Carrie.
And welcome back to Project Expansion, where we show you how to take your Amazon listings and get them up and running on other e-commerce platforms.
Follow along with us over the next few videos as we continue to upload a hemp cream listing that is actually currently selling on Amazon and set it up for success on Walmart.com.
Now, in the last video, we showed you how to upload your listing copy and photos. However, we ran into a little bit of an error. So that listing kept going into drafts. And in case you end up being one of those people that runs into a similar issue, in this video, we wanted to walk you through what you can do to kind of circumnavigate that experience. So Carrie, do you want to explain a little bit about what kind of error we really had and what you did to overcome it?
So in the last video, we kind of went through how to upload a listing via the UI. So you basically, just add one item at a time. And it's a similar thing on Amazon, where you just upload it one at a time, or you can do a flat file upload. So I kept trying to upload this listing and it would either delete all the information or just go into the draft, right? And it would just go into draft and I couldn't get it live. I couldn't get it published. So what I ended up having to do was actually create a flat file upload. And this is usually the same situation on Amazon where it takes it better if you do a flat file upload. So I did a flat file upload, was able to get the listing up. Now, if you want to know how to do a flat file upload, I do go into detail on that on Freedom Ticket 3.0. It's for Helium 10 members. So all you have to do is log into your Helium 10 account and then click on FBA training. It's at the top in the Helium 10 welcome page. And then once you click on that, you click on Freedom Ticket 3.0 and it's week 11. And I go through in detail how to do that. So make sure that you check that out if you are a Helium 10 member. So yeah, basically what I did was I uploaded with a flat file. And then once I got the flat file uploaded, it came up with an error. So this error I've actually received before. And the thing about this error, it's called a comp error, and it's really stressful because a lot of times it'll just say error and it says comp error and there's nothing else that it'll tell you. So you really have no information about why it's a comp error, what you're supposed to do, or anything like that. So basically, I'm just going to show you what it is that we are looking at. This is what the error looked like for us. So it'll have this red kind of error button right here. And then when you expand on the info, it tells you a little bit more info. Now, this one has actually more info than other things that I've actually seen. When I got the error, it really didn't explain anything at all. I didn't even know what a comp error was. I was like, what is this? And so this is saying this item is prohibited due to our prohibited products policy. Please visit our seller center help article. So I knew that wasn't true because this product is being sold on Walmart. So I know that other people are selling on it. So it's not prohibited. And I didn't use any weird words like CBD or anything like that. I used hemp cream. I actually ended up writing I created a case and I'll show you what I wrote in that. But in order to avoid these, I want to go over how you can actually avoid these issues. So when I got my comp error, it's because this was a few months back, I used the word antibacterial and it was a forbidden word. And so if there are forbidden words that that are forbidden on Amazon, you should not use those on Walmart either, because it's kind of the same thing. They're probably FTC rules or something like that. They really don't want you to use certain or have certain claims. So like, for example, in this one, we didn't use CBD because we knew that was a forbidden word on Amazon. And so we didn't use CBD at all. We used hemp and everything is fine in that area. So what I ended up doing was I ended up writing into support. So this is what it looked like. This is what I ended up writing. I said, this product is listed, but there's a comp error saying that this item is prohibited to sell on Walmart. It is a hemp pain relief cream, and there are other hemp pain relief creams on Walmart. Here is an example of a similar product, and I put in the link. Please advise on how to get this approved to sell this product and fix the comp error. So I actually didn't hear back from them for about 3 days, and so it was kind of, it does take a little bit of time. And actually, I was really surprised because the last time I never actually heard back when I created cases for my comp error, and I didn't know why I had an issue until somebody talked to me about it, and that was also selling at Walmart and said, oh, it's probably a forbidden word. So I knew there were words that I needed to take a look at and take out. So I think as much information as you can give, if there is a comp error, you're going to want to try to provide that, because that'll help them to see, okay, this is actually, something that there's already selling in Walmart. And then they did end up responding and said it was blocked in error. So they ended up saying that it would repopulate in 12 to 24 hours. So that was really helpful, just, getting that response really quickly, because I honestly haven't gotten such a quick response for that. So just for the future, if you do have that, first go and, delete the words that you might think are prohibited, or even maybe just delete all the copy, and then just kind of do little bits at a time to see if the error goes away. And that's kind of how I solved the issue before, is I took little words away and just kind of restarted uploading slowly more copy to see what was the actual issue. So that's how I would recommend dealing with comp errors. There are, you can open a case for comp errors through the help support, but again, it's going to take a long time. So it's better to try to figure it out on your own, or if you do have to write into them, give them as much information, show them similar products, ask them for more information as to why your listing has an error on it. So those are kind of some helpful hints on how to deal with some issues. I know there are people who have talked about, some glitches here and there with Walmart listings, but I do think that once you get past these glitches, it is worth it to be selling on Walmart. So don't let this hinder you. It's kind of one of those barrier to entries, which is kind of good in a way, because, other people quit and then you have less competition. So, when you think about it that way, just keep going and you'll get it up eventually. You'll be able to start selling on Walmart and you'll get your listing up. It'll all be okay. Just keep doing the hard work and due diligence, and then you'll be really happy that you did. So whenever you face these kinds of situations and errors and difficulties, just keep on keeping on, and it'll all be worth it. So Shivali, do you have any questions or any thoughts or anything to add to what I just said?
Well, I know that whenever you run into an issue on Amazon, typically you can, of course, go to their terms of service. You can read up a little bit. There's community boards for it. Does Walmart have a similar resource that people can go to just to kind of get a feel for maybe their niche or their category or what might be wrong with their listing?
So there are a few groups online. So we have a Helium 10 Winning with Walmart on Facebook. There's also a few other groups, like Walmart Marketplace Sellers, I think is one of them. And then there's a Reddit group as well. So if you are a Reddit person, there's a pretty active Walmart seller group on Reddit. So you can ask questions in there. There isn't kind of a forum where you can search different topics though as easily. So maybe you could search on Facebook and things like that. But if you ask these questions, you usually get some help in those groups. But also if they're, for these forbidden words or comp errors, you usually get pesticide warnings on Amazon. So for any words you may have gotten a pesticide warning on in the past, don't use those words on Walmart. Any kind of words that aren't acceptable on Amazon, you're going to want to avoid those on Walmart as well. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, go to those forums. That's a really good question. There's a lot of forums that people will be willing to help you with issues, and they've gone through them before. So it's a really good resource to join those groups. Ask the question in all the groups because there's different people in each group, and then you'll probably get your answer.
Yeah, and you never know where those groups can lead you. One of the Facebook groups I was a part of when I was first getting started on Amazon actually led me to Bradley and Helium 10. So make sure that you ask the questions that you need, and I'm sure that you'll be able to find a solution. Just to kind of summarize what you talked about, so outside of the customer support, you recommend just trying to figure out what that issue is on your own and then making those appeals, correct? And then if those appeals, for any reason they fail, you just reappeal.
Well, I would just appeal right away, or just send a message into seller support as soon as you get these errors, because it does take them a little bit of time to respond. So get that in as fast as you can, and then go ahead and go into the forums, search and ask questions to see if you can figure it out yourself, because that's going to be the fastest way to deal with the issue. But I always start the cases as well.
And just to instill some faith in our viewers, do you want to share how many times you appealed for this comp error before you got a approval?
Well, this one I didn't really appeal it. It just came through within a few days, because I knew it was something that takes a long time. I actually kind of was feeling a little bit defeated, to be honest, because I couldn't get I couldn't figure out what was going on, and other people are like, oh yeah, comp errors are the worst, So it's kind of frustrating when you get that, but they did respond pretty quickly this time, which I was really happy about. They don't normally respond as quickly. But yeah, I mean, in terms of comp errors, at least you can start with this, deleting those forbidden words, I guess you could say, and then just keep on going. But yeah, we didn't have to really appeal that many times. The other time before, I kept writing it. I don't know how many times, but I never actually got a response on that one. So that's something that I just, kept moving on, and I ended up figuring it out myself. But it is a bit frustrating that it doesn't get answered. So yeah.
But like you said,
Number
it's,
two.
it's that barrier to entry, right? And once
Yeah.
you're past those gates, it's definitely worth it, especially
Yeah.
considering all that Walmart can really provide and what it's growing into be. So that is it really for this episode. We talked a little bit about what you can do to kind of get around those errors in case one of your listings that you upload runs into that issue. In the next episode, we're going to talk a little bit about listing quality adjustments. So you're going to take a look at your uploaded listing and figure out how you can make it better. We'll see you there.